Hi, my name is Ava Hart. What you are about to hear is a story I never planned to live. It started when my mom got married, and I moved back into a house that no longer felt the same. That was where I met Luna, my stepsister, the one person I was never supposed to want, and the only one my heart kept choosing. I tried to be careful. I told myself it was wrong. I told myself it would pass. But feelings do not listen to rules, and sometimes love grows quietly right under the same roof, where you cannot run from it. Before we continue, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It is free and easy, and your support helps me share more emotional and romantic stories like this. Now sit back, relax, and listen to how I fell for the girl I was never supposed to want. I moved back into the house 2 weeks after my mom got married. I kept telling myself it was only for a short time. Just until I saved enough money. Just until I figured things out. I repeated that lie every time I carried another box up the stairs. Every time I heard laughter echo through halls that no longer felt like mine. The house smelled different now. New flowers. New paint. New rules that no one said out loud. And Luna was already there. She stood in the living room when I walked in, leaning against the wall like she belonged there. Like she had always belonged there. She was taller than I remembered, calm in a way that made the room slow down. Her dark hair fell loose around her shoulders, and her eyes lifted to meet mine with quiet interest. She smiled softly, not wide, not forced, just enough to make my chest feel tight. "Ava," she said, like my name was something gentle. I nodded and smiled back. Polite. Careful. That was how it started. We became very good at being careful. We shared the house like strangers, learning the same map. We said good morning. We said good night. We passed each other in hallways with small smiles and soft steps. We never stood too close. We never stayed too long. But the small moments felt loud. The first time we shared the bathroom mirror, I felt it. I was brushing my hair when she came in, still sleepy, wearing a loose shirt and shorts. She stood beside me, so close our arms almost touched. The mirror showed us together, and I did not know where to look. Her eyes met mine in the glass, and my hand froze mid-brush. She smiled again, slower this time, and tucked her hair behind her ear. The room felt warm. Too warm. I finished quickly, and left before my heart gave me away. Late nights were worse. Sometimes I could not sleep. I would go to the kitchen for water, telling myself I needed something cold. Luna was often already there, leaning against the counter, phone forgotten in her hand. The light above the stove would glow softly, making shadows on her face. We talked quietly, so we would not wake anyone. About shows, about food, about nothing that mattered. Yet every word felt heavy. Every pause felt deeper than it should. She listened when I spoke. Really listened. Her eyes stayed on my face, steady and warm. When she laughed, it was low and soft, like a secret. I would wrap my arms around myself and pretend it was cold, even when it wasn't. One evening, she borrowed my hoodie. I found her on the couch wearing it, legs tucked under her, sleeves pulled over her hands. My hoodie, the one that still smelled like my soap. Seeing her in it made my breath catch. She looked up and smiled, asking if it was okay. I nodded too fast. She never gave it back. After that, I noticed things I tried not to notice. I noticed how she watched me when she thought I wasn't looking. Her gaze would linger, slow and thoughtful. When I turned my head, she would look away like nothing happened. I told myself I imagined it. I told myself it meant nothing. But my body did not listen. My heart raced when I heard her footsteps. My skin felt warm when she sat nearby. Sometimes I would wake up at night thinking about her voice, the way she said my name, the way it sounded like she meant it. The house began to feel smaller each day. Walls felt closer. Rooms felt tighter. Every shared space carried her presence. I started staying in my room more, but even there I felt her. Her laugh from downstairs. Her music through the walls. Her quiet knock when dinner was ready. She knocked one evening and leaned against my doorframe when I opened it. She asked if I wanted to watch a movie with her. Just us. I almost said no. I should have said no. Instead, I nodded. We sat on opposite ends of the couch at first. Space between us. Safe space. The movie played, but I barely watched it. I was too aware of her beside me. The way she shifted closer, little by little. The way her knee brushed mine and stayed there. My breath slowed. My thoughts tangled, I did not move away. The room was quiet except for the low sound of the TV. The lights were dim. I could smell my hoodie on her, mixed with something warm and familiar. She leaned back, relaxed, and our shoulders touched. That was it. Just a touch. Simple. Small. But it felt like everything. My whole body reacted before my mind could stop it. My heart beat hard. My hands curled in my lap. I stared at the screen, afraid to move, afraid to breathe too loud. She shifted slightly, and her shoulder pressed more firmly against mine. Her warmth soaked through me. The world narrowed to that single point of contact. Luna leaned closer and lowered her voice. Ava, she whispered. My name sounded different then. Soft. Careful. Like it was something she held. I turned my head slowly. She was close enough that I could see every detail of her face. Her eyes were dark, full of something I could no longer deny. She did not touch me again. She did not move any closer. She just stayed there, watching me, knowing. In that moment, I understood the truth I had been pushing away. I was already in trouble. Deep trouble. And the way Luna looked at me told me she knew it too. Night became my favorite time without me meaning it to. Everything felt quieter then. Safer. Luna felt closer at night, even when we were in different rooms. The house settled, and the walls stopped listening. That was when I felt like I could breathe. Luna became my safe place without either of us saying it out loud. If something went wrong during the day, I looked for her at night. If my chest felt tight, I waited for her footsteps. If I felt small, her presence made me feel steady again. We never talked about why. We did not need to. We sat together often, usually after everyone else had gone to bed. Sometimes in the living room with the lights low. Sometimes in the kitchen with mugs of warm tea we barely drank. We talked about everything except us. We talked about her work, about my plans, about silly memories from childhood, about dreams we pretended were not important. But every word felt like a thread, pulling us closer. One evening, someone made a joke about me at dinner. It was meant to be harmless, but it stung. I laughed along like I always did, keeping my head down. Before I could swallow the feeling, Luna spoke up. Her voice was calm, but firm. She said my name and told them to stop. She said it was not funny. The table went quiet. I did not look at her then, but my heart beat hard in my chest. Later that night, I thanked her. She shrugged and said nothing, but her eyes stayed on my face longer than usual. That look made my stomach twist in a way that felt warm and scary. After that, I noticed how much I wanted her approval. I wanted her to smile when I spoke. I wanted her to notice when I changed my hair or wore something new. When she laughed at my jokes, it felt better than anyone else's laughter. When she was quiet around me, it felt wrong, like I had done something bad. There were moments that felt too close to name. One morning, my necklace clasp broke while I was getting ready. I stood in my room, holding the chain, unsure what to do. Luna knocked and stepped inside before I could answer. She saw the necklace in my hands and offered to fix it. I turned my back to her and lifted my hair. Her fingers brushed my neck by accident. I sucked in a breath. She apologized softly and tried again, slower this time. Her fingers were gentle, careful. She took her time, and I stood there frozen, feeling every small touch. When she finished, her hands lingered for a second too long. Neither of us spoke. Then she stepped away like nothing happened. But everything had happened. Some nights, we fell asleep on the couch together. At first, we sat apart. Later, our backs touched. Back to back, warm and close. I could feel her breathing. I could feel the rise and fall of her chest. It made my thoughts slow and my heart calm. I slept better like that, even though I knew I shouldn't. Once, our hands brushed when we both reached for the remote. Her fingers slid against mine, soft and warm. I expected her to pull away. She didn't. Our hands stayed there, touching, not holding. My pulse raced. I stared at our hands like they did not belong to me. I tried to pull back after that. I spent more time in my room. I answered her softly, carefully. I told myself I needed space. I told myself this was for the best. Luna noticed. She always noticed, but she did not step back. If anything, she moved closer. She checked on me more. She found reasons to sit near me. She looked at me with that same steady gaze, full of something unspoken. The tension grew heavy, thick. It filled every room. I could feel it in the air when she walked past me. I could feel it in the silence when our eyes met. One night, I could not take it anymore. We were alone in the living room. The TV was off. The house was quiet. I sat at one end of the couch, twisting my fingers together. Luna sat at the other end, watching me like she was waiting. I told her we needed to talk. My voice shook, but I did not stop. I asked her why she looked at me the way she did. I asked her why she stayed so close. I asked her why it felt like she was holding something back. She did not deny it. She looked down at her hands for a moment, then back at me. Her voice was low and honest. She said she had been holding back. She said she did not want to scare me. She said she did not want to push me into something I was not ready for. Her words settled deep in my chest. I should have stood up. I should have walked away. I should have ended it right there. Instead, I stayed. I listened. I felt the truth in her voice wrap around me. She shifted closer, slow enough that I could stop her. I didn't. The space between us disappeared. I could feel her warmth again. Her eyes searched my face like she was asking permission without words. Luna leaned in first, and I did not stop her. The kiss happened slowly, so slowly that time felt soft around us. Luna's face was close, her breath warm against my cheek. My heart beat, so loud I was sure she could hear it. When her lips touched mine, they did not rush. They did not press hard. They rested there, gentle and shaking, like she was afraid I might disappear. I stayed still at first. My body forgot how to move. My thoughts scattered. The kiss felt warm and careful, like a promise being spoken without words. My hands trembled in my lap. Her lips were soft, familiar. They felt like something I had been waiting for without knowing it. She pulled back just a little, giving me space. Her eyes searched mine, slow and unsure. I leaned forward without thinking. That was when the fear hit me all at once. When the kiss ended, the world rushed back in. I pulled away, my chest tight, my breath uneven. Guilt, fear, and want crashed together inside me. I stood up too fast and stepped back. I said I needed time. I said I couldn't do this. My voice sounded thin and scared even to me. Luna did not argue. That hurt more than if she had. She nodded and stepped back, giving me space like I asked. Her face stayed calm, but her eyes looked hurt. She did not reach for me again. She did not follow me when I went to my room. That night, I lay awake staring at the ceiling. My lips still felt warm. My heart still felt full and broken at the same time. I told myself I had done the right thing. I told myself this was too dangerous, too messy, too wrong. But the house felt colder without her. The next few days were quiet, too quiet. Luna kept her distance. She spoke to me kindly, but briefly. She sat farther away. She stopped borrowing my hoodie. She gave me the space I asked for, even when it clearly hurt her. I could see it in the way her smile did not reach her eyes anymore. I could feel it in the silence that followed her footsteps. That silence hurt more than the kiss scared me. I realized then that avoiding her hurt us both. Pretending nothing happened felt worse than facing the truth. My chest ached every time I saw her look away from me. I missed her closeness. I missed her voice at night. I missed feeling safe. One evening, I found her in the backyard. The sun was setting, painting the sky in soft colors. She sat on the steps, arms wrapped around herself. I sat beside her, close but not touching. I told her I was scared. The words came out small but honest. I told her I was afraid of hurting my family, afraid of changing everything, afraid of how strong my feelings were. She listened without interrupting, her eyes steady on my face. When I finished, she spoke softly. She said she was scared too. She said she never meant to rush me. She said what we felt mattered to her, and that was why she had tried to be careful. We talked for a long time, about family, about how confusing love could be, about how choosing each other felt both wrong and right. We agreed to move slowly, not because we were ashamed, but because what we had was real, and real things deserve care. As the sky darkened, she reached for my hand. This time, it was on purpose. Her fingers wrapped around mine, warm and sure. I squeezed back, feeling steady at last. We sat there in silence, sharing the same secret, the same promise. I stopped calling it wrong. I started calling it real. Thank you so much for watching my story until the end. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps me create more stories like this. It means more to me than you know. I would also love to hear your thoughts. So please leave a comment and tell me what you felt while watching. Thank you again for being here, and I hope to see you in the next story.